Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 3 of Chatting in the Country. This episode has been a bit stressful.
Why, Natasha?
We should have been done about an hour ago, and we're only just starting. I think we should talk about Little Nashville. We went out, and if there's something you know about us, we don't go out anymore.
And apologies to anyone who we see while we was out and spoke to. It was in a bit of a rough way. I was feeling it yesterday.
Steaming, to be totally honest with you. Probably started drinking at about 2 o'clock.
Till about
10.
yeah, solid 10 hours. I was fine. I was absolutely sweet until we left.
Motion sickness.
Motion sickness. Also don't help that he was drinking White Claw with shots of vodka in.
Probably not the best idea.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, so it feels like a good idea and they sell it to you as a good idea.
Yeah, it's not. It's a terrible idea. Little Nashville as a whole.
I
liked it.
I liked it. I just think anything in the UK that is country themed is never going to be as good as you think it's going to be.
Yeah.
So we'll take it back. We didn't book a table. Maybe book a table.
Yeah.
We didn't book, so we got there. We ate because it wasn't busy. But then they obviously kicked us off for reservations. Obviously that is fine. So we was there from quite early, and then we didn't want to leave because we didn't know if we would get back in. One thing you'll learn about anywhere we go, we're always early. Fucking Bow Saloon, we was too early.
Yeah, we was well early. Just eager beavers.
When the dinner is on, like the dinner tables are on, you can't go and see who's on the stage.
Yeah.
And like you can't really hear the stage unless you stand like here. But even then you're just like awkwardly stood there. The layout isn't great. I don't know how they would lay it out. Like without completely moving the bar and everything.
Because obviously we was just at the bar, but there was just a whole wall in the way.
Yeah, of the stage.
And then my new best mate, Ollie Hawkins, shout out to him. He was trying to get us to like come and start dancing and that. And the security woman was just like,
absolutely no way.
You're not going there.
And half the tables didn't even have people sat on them.
No.
So I don't know if they should just do like one dinner sit-in, but then I suppose that might be the money maker. I don't know.
But then I was speaking to that Ollie and he said on the Sunday they don't have no tables, which would just be better.
I didn't like the layout of it, personally.
No, once it opened up, it was good.
I don't remember the second singer's band name.
Neither, but they were good though.
They were really good, but once again, like no one there like really knew the songs he was singing. Like he was singing cover songs, and unless it was Morning and Mullen last night, people weren't even singing along to Tucker Wetmore Wind Up Missing You.
No.
How do you not know that song?
There's a lot of like Hindus and that there.
It's like anywhere you go though, no one ever knows the music. What I find wild, I would personally never go to a themed bar of music I don't listen to.
No.
Personally, because I like to sing along. But it was really good. Like, it was good and I will go back.
Yeah, I will be back.
I do feel like the speakers could be up a bit louder so you can hear when you're in the bar area.
Oh yeah. No, but the aesthetic.
The aesthetic
is sick.
So it is a really good bar. I just think
it's good for your Instagram photos and that.
Yeah, like the music was good towards the end. It's a really awkward place in London. Like, if you don't live in London, it's in an awkward place to get home. Like it starts getting good a little bit too late. For us to stay till closing, we'd have to stay in London.
Or just getting the Uber home.
Yeah.
What would you rate out of 10, honestly?
People are going to start thinking you just can't please me, though. Other than I've just like...
The people will be right.
Everything off. I'm like, I don't like this, I don't like this. If I had to rate from when we got there at like 3-4 o'clock to closing the whole thing, I'd probably rate it a 7 out of 10. If I had to rate it from when they moved the tables, probably like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, no, I back that.
I wish I could explain it. You walk in and there's like the bar area here, like the seating area to your left, but you walk around like that and the stage is there. So unless you're in the seating area, you can't see the stage.
You can't see the stage.
I felt really sorry.
You can't really dance.
Obviously, I know there'll be other singers at other times, but I actually felt really sorry for Ollie Hawkins. Because it must be really awkward performing like on a stage. People are just sat there eating their chicken burger and chips.
And obviously, the only people that were like wanting to get up and dance were the people at the bar, and we weren't allowed on like the dance floor. So he's kind of just singing to people eating, when round the corner there's a whole like rowdy group of people who wouldn't start dancing.
I genuinely think people might think we're brother and sister when we're out together.
Do you know what? I had a couple of compliments.
You did actually, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You got called Morgan Wallen look-alike.
It's just...
I personally don't see it. I wish I see it, but I don't.
No, it's definitely just on the wind-up.
Must be.
Just-
They were like, were they American or Canadian or something? They weren't from the UK.
Were they not?
No.
What, them young lads?
Oh, not the young lad. The mum and dad were there. It was the mum that originally said you look like a Morgan Wallen look-alike.
Was it?
Yeah. They were like American or Canadian or something.
I have no idea.
They had like backpacks as well. Like they looked like tourists. Like they were there to see Little Nashville. If you know what I mean.
I have no idea. I just
Your
assumed
mum and dad and then the two sons were there.
fair. I got asked if I was in the band
Twice.
and then I was like, oh yeah, like, do I look like I could be in the band? And you just looked at me, didn't you? I went, no. Like,
But that girl asked you if you was the singer that had just been on the stage, bearing in mind the singer was on the stage.
he's still on there.
He was still on there. She also asked me if you was my boyfriend, and I looked at her and I was like, unfortunately. She didn't laugh.
No, she didn't laugh.
She didn't find it funny at all.
I didn't find it funny, actually.
Felt sorry for you, actually.
Why?
I don't know.
Because she thought I was a good singer. But we're just best mates at the end of the day.
No, I genuinely do think people think we're friends.
We are.
We're like brother and sister when we go out.
We are like best friends.
Some guy
Like
when I was going
lovers.
to the toilet, he was like, yeah, he's really nice. About you, like, he's really nice. You don't want to lose that one. He's well alright. I was like, I have no idea who you are, but thanks for the heads up.
I know who that was. I made friends with
He
him.
had like glasses on, I think.
Yeah.
He had no idea who he was. I was just
And-
going to the toilet.
The most chiseled jaw I've ever seen in my life. That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was actually bro.
You thought Chiswick was going to be a show.
To me, Chiswick does not sound like it's going to be well nice and posh.
Well posh.
Yeah, I know that now. Well posh. I thought it was going to be like a bit rough. I walked out of the station, I was like, oh, this is lovely.
This is
around
the
here.
poshest place I've ever been. Well, we look like a right pair of woolies after last week.
Yeah, we do, but
Literally the day the podcast came out, he announces Tate McRae.
I still would have preferred Hannah Montana.
Well, yes, see him. I don't know any Tate McRae songs other than the TikTok one, Greedy.
Yeah,
that one.
Not a big Tate McRae like mega fan.
I
wouldn't-
think her song will be good with Morgan Wallen though.
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen.
I'm not
can-
just going to be out here dissing her. I don't know her like that.
Tate McRae fans are dissing Tate McRae for having a single with Morgan Wallen though.
Yeah, but
They're not happy. I don't think anyone's fans would be happy about having a song with Morgan Wallen for some reason.
yeah. What's bro even done?
I don't know, because I would say it was the whole chair thing, but I feel like people didn't like him before. I don't know why people originally started hating him. He's done some questionable things, but people are like,
We've all done questionable things in our time, haven't we?
yeah, like people really hate him.
Throwing a chair off a balcony at the police.
Yeah, but people hated
Not
him
ideal.
before then anyway.
Yeah.
That's just like another reason. I don't know why people really dislike him to begin with.
I just think if he's the problem, then she's Miss Never Do No Wrong. Oh, that was dead. That was
so
dead.
That's so staying
No,
in.
that
Yeah,
was
that is
trash.
staying in. That
It
is
was-
staying
No, I
in.
tried something and it... Bro thought he did something.
Yeah, bro thought he done something there and he just didn't.
No.
You know, I think it'll be good. His new song with Post Malone is good. That is a bop.
What's it called?
I Ain't Coming Back. Came out on Good Friday because the Jesus reference.
I ain't Jesus, cause I ain't coming back.
Something like that. No, that is a bop. I just want the whole album to come out now. Can't wait to add every 36 or whatever 37 songs to
Oh, no,
country
it's
bops
too many
to
songs
rattle
in
you.
it. No, but you do this all the time.
But now I know every Riley Green song off the album.
And Sam Barber,
Ella
and
Langley.
Ella Langley, Megan Maroney. You've got Megan Maroney's Christmas songs in our just daily driving playlist.
It's a bop. Though.
Yeah, it
It
is.
comes on and I still sing along to
I
it.
don't skip it.
Nah, either. I don't skip it. Yeah, it really is Morgan Wallen's world and we're just living in it recently. He was at
It
it
ain't.
last week though.
It's not
Why?
anymore because he ain't commented.
Yeah, he ain't commented to be fair.
I'm glad he hasn't commented.
I
actually.
want him to comment though. I want him to comment like, don't worry about driving to Alabama. Here's your flight, your accommodation and your Sand in My Boots tickets. Enjoy yourself.
That's ideal. That would be ideal.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, you have to go and listen to last week.
Yeah, or just look at the clip on TikTok
Yeah.
and look.
You'll know exactly which one it is.
Like, why is it blown up like that? There's no need for it.
People
It was just a bit.
really want you to do it.
It was just a little joke, and it's got out of hand.
And like people are actually hating on us as well.
Yeah, people are actually going to be fuming as well. If Morgan Wallen commented,
You'd have to do it.
yeah, but I can't.
Well,
I've researched
you shouldn't
it,
have said it if you couldn't do it.
and we shook hands.
Yeah.
I thought, right, you could like get a ferry from Dublin or something to New York.
Well, you can't, so you're gonna have to
You
think
can't.
about it.
Yeah, but guys, check the engagement and the views.
Could you engage in some other videos instead?
Yeah.
People in the comments are genuinely getting annoyed, like, this is never gonna happen. And then someone's replying, well, it could.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, people are getting rattled though.
Yeah, well rattled. But then I also think people don't realise where we live.
No, because I've had people message us, like, where are you from? They're like, from Texas. And I'm like, yeah, we're from the UK.
Yeah. Probably cost about 10 grand.
Well, that's your problem, not mine.
It's not my, well, it's everyone's problem, because I ain't got that money to just be splashing around.
I have to set up a GoFundMe if it happens.
Oh, I actually will.
Let's hope it doesn't happen. It would be funny if it does, though.
It'd be nice if it happened after it's finished, and I'd be like,
Do
gutted.
it. I think it could happen, though.
I think it will happen. No, I'll give it 5 years from now. We'll be interviewing him. The 5th year anniversary of Sand in My Boots.
That would be sick. But I would like to make it clear we are joking. We know he ain't gonna comment, and we know we're not driving to Alabama, and we know we're not getting free tickets to Sand in My Boots. So put it out there.
When you make the clips, can we make a clip of this one?
No.
Why?
No one cares about this one.
No, we'll make a little clip of this and just be like, look guys, this is the crack. Stop atting us, going sick, saying it's not happening. And if he did comment, then we're going to get even more hate, because I physically can't drive to Alabama.
Yeah, you have blew it a little.
We will have to get the plane to New York and then drive from
New York.
And even then, that's a stretch.
Yeah.
It would be fun though. Think of the vlog.
Yeah, it would be fun. But talking about American festivals, Coachella has just happened. Edis cried.
It always looks it though.
It doesn't it? Since I was a child, I've gone, I'd love to go Coachella. Now I've gotten older, and I watch people's vlogs of Coachella, I think, you know what, I don't even want to go.
I don't think I'd get on with half the people there. We'd be there having a drink, having a dance. I reckon we'd end up pissing people off.
Yes,
Accidentally spilling my drink on like someone's £17,000 shoes.
Up until last year, you could only drink in certain like square areas, so on the floor. You couldn't bring your drinks around with you. I think they've changed that now, and you can. But you never used to be able to just carry your alcoholic drink around with you.
That's so dead. Glastonbury clears, doesn't it?
The crowd for Post Malone looked so dead. Apparently, even he was getting a bit running on stage.
Is he?
And people have been clipping like videos of Coachella's crowd for I Had Some Help. And British Summertime's crowd last year.
Yeah.
And the British Summertime crowd from Morgan Wallen looks 10 times better.
I always think that though. The British crowd always looks better. But then, I don't know, we've had some country concerts we've been to and the crowds have been a bit...
They've been whack.
They've been whack.
But people,
did we mention the Luke Combs one?
I don't know if we mentioned the Luke Combs one, but
And
people
like,
had blankets behind us.
We're up trying to dance and they've like tapped us on the back saying, oh, can you sit down? I've turned around and they've just sat there with blankets over.
Well, if they was like an old couple or something,
yeah.
fair. They were no older than us.
No, that's probably younger than us.
Yeah, younger than us.
Get it if you want to sit down and chill. Like,
nah, I don't
but
get it.
if you want to sit there and like properly sit there and to listen to the music, go to like Chris Stapleton. You don't mind sitting there and just listening to his voice. Whereas Being Never Broke My Heart comes on, I'm sorry.
And we're just sat there like...
I'm not sitting down.
Talking about Luke Combs though, I have just seen, when we went and got petrol a minute ago, Bailey Zimmerman has put a pic up with Luke Combs, a little selfie, saying at Luke Combs XBZ, a little eyes emoji, and then put it on the story like, when's this happening?
That's gonna be a summer banger,
isn't it? I really hope it is. Bailey Zimmerman x Luke Combs would go off, I reckon.
You know that's gonna be an absolute summer banger.
I love Bailey Zimmerman though.
I love him. I wish he was in Mexico.
When he done that player.
Yeah.
And he was like, I've had too much tequila.
Yeah.
There's normally a bridge. This is normally where I play the bridge, but I've had too much tequila.
Yeah, see, people complain about that.
That's so fun. I'd have been creasing.
Yeah. But people love to complain, don't they? Rather than just letting people...
I had too much tequila in Mexico, so I respect it.
You got to.
I respect it.
You was getting upset at me in Mexico.
You just kept wanting to drink tequila.
I just kept ordering it.
Yeah.
And
First night, we got off like a 10-hour flight and everything. I'm knackered. And he's like, right, should we get a shot of tequila in?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm tired. I want to go home.
We did it.
And you was...
I was well away then.
Yeah, you was
I was ready to go to like the nightclub.
I was knackered. But Bailey Zimmerman in Mexico is probably top 3 clips I've seen on TikTok. So funny. I was loving it.
Yeah, he was hammered.
I respect it though.
I rate it.
But it's interesting because I don't really see much about Bailey Zimmerman and Morgan Wallen anymore. When they was touring together and that all the time. But no, I don't
He's not
see
on the new
anything.
album either, is he?
No. And he's got that song with Big X the Plug, and Morgan Wallen said he was going to have a song and he didn't.
Yeah, I do like his tune with Big X the Plug.
Yeah, but it's just a bit interesting that they're not really...
Everything I see of Bailey Zimmerman's him like raffling off trucks.
Yeah, he's always
on the raffles. Bro is grinding hard.
Yeah, fair. I rate it though.
Yeah.
Bro didn't do anything other than like work in a small town, did he? Up until like 2-3 years ago.
No, do you remember the first time we see him?
Yeah.
He was like, who is this
Because he
doofus?
just was like, he was in an all white outfit at the O2 and he was just running around the stage. He was just chatting waffle between every song.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, come on. And then we watched him and I was like, yeah, he's actually alright. And then I went home and listened to his music and I was like, no, I actually like him now.
Yeah, the only tune we knew before that was Rock on a Hard Place.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love him. I think he's quality.
Yeah, so do I.
He would be an unreal interview, I think.
I'd love to interview Bailey Zimmerman.
Yeah.
Like, that would be top 3. I think my top 3 artists to interview and say the generic top 3 artists people would want to interview would be very different.
Who would yours be?
Don't know, but like, I mean, like, I would choose like Sam Barber, Bailey Zimmerman,
Yeah.
Baker Blankenship. Whereas I can imagine a lot of people would pick like Morgan Wallen. What I would love to interview,
Unless he's wanting to do it.
yeah.
There's no point.
No, but do you know what I mean? I think my top 3 and like other people's top 3 would be very different.
Yeah.
Do you not?
Yeah. I'll be well.
Unless Morgan Wallen falls off, I don't think we'll ever be interviewing him.
He's got to fall quite far, isn't he, to be on it.
Yeah, just a tad. I think even Bailey Zimmerman might be a bit too big.
Yeah. He's big time.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean by that or not?
Yeah. No, like, just how did you get there?
Who?
Anyone.
Yeah, I want to know what they had for dinner last night.
I want to know. Yeah,
Get some tips.
You know that. I'd love to just go to these people's towns. Because every time they're on stage, it's like, oh yeah, I'm from a small town. And I'd love to just go there. And just
What
be like...
about my dad, and I'm so sorry, Dad, if you're listening to this, my dad going to Luke Combs' hometown. Remember, he booked, like, we're going back pre-COVID.
Oh, yeah.
My dad booked a pre-COVID to go and watch Luke Combs in his hometown.
Yeah.
And then it got cancelled because of COVID, but he couldn't get the money back. And Luke Combs changed the date. And he couldn't go on that date, so he just had to go to Luke Combs' hometown for like a week.
Yeah, fair. That's sick though.
That's sick, but Pete, because you'll probably never do that now. See Luke Combs in his hometown.
Huntersville, North Carolina.
Yeah. Imagine you interviewed them in their hometown and they can like take you round it. Like, this is where I used to go get like breakfast with my mum or something.
Yeah, that would be sick.
This is where I used to go BMXing with my pals.
BMXing. Yeah.
I reckon Bailey Zimmerman BMX'd.
Yeah.
100%.
He looks like he BMX'd.
Yeah.
Not skateboard, just purely BMX.
Do you not reckon?
Bro had 6 stump pegs.
Yeah, do you not reckon?
Yeah. Yeah, I could picture that, actually. I can't imagine him going fishing.
Bailey Zimmerman?
Yeah.
Nah, either can I really.
He definitely used to go fishing just to, like, go and drink underage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just got a vision of Bailey Zimmerman on a BMX.
Yeah, someone's got to
I can imagine him in his all white outfit.
Yeah.
Like standing up
the
on
white
it.
skinny jeans.
Yeah. But no, that would be pretty cool. Who would your top 3 people to interview be? If you could interview anyone.
Bailey Zimmerman. And who's gonna?
I want to interview someone that's gonna like tell me about.
Tucker Wetmore.
Yeah, I want to interview someone that's gonna tell me like the first time they got drunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Someone who don't care too much. Who's gonna let their hair down. I think Tucker Wetmore would be good because.
I reckon Bailey Zimmerman would do a say it or shot it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or not.
Who else though?
I would love to interview Sam Barber, but I don't know if he'd give you much.
He's a bit of a serious guy.
He gives me serious vibes.
Yeah.
His brother-in-law was well nice though.
Yeah, he was. He's selling their merch.
Yeah, fun fact if you didn't know.
Yeah. And we waited after the show to meet him, and he got a McDonald's delivered.
Yeah.
And we left. I want to interview Kojo.
Kojo.
Yeah. I think I would just sit there creasing the whole time.
I'm sorry if you love Cody Johnson, but I find the whole Kojo Nation thing so cringe.
No, yeah, I know what you mean, but...
No, I do.
Yeah, but that's bro.
I reckon Cody Johnson's got some stories to tell.
That's what I was about to say. I reckon he's got some serious stories.
And I want to interview Dirk Bentley.
Yeah. No, that'd be a good one.
I reckon he'd give you some stories.
Yeah,
yeah. You never know, one day.
One day.
One day they might be sat there.
Well, yeah, hopefully I ain't got nothing in the bag at this point.
Oh, no, this is something I want to talk about. We should have spoke about this after Little Nashville or saying hi. And no one ever knows the songs that are playing at these country events. The UK country top 40.
Yes.
And no, it's so random. It makes no sense. Why is Riley Green Worst Way that came out a year ago just hit #1?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a banger.
I know it's a banger, but why was it not #1 when it first came out?
I think the girls have seen the music video.
Yeah, but not even that. Like,
all
you
the boys.
see, like, it never makes sense to me. Like, I'll see who's like #1. I'm like, but that song came out so long ago.
Yeah, I know. Do you like pay attention to like the top 40 charts?
What do you mean, country music or?
Yeah.
I only see when Absolute Radio Country post it.
I can't remember last time I looked at
You know, I
the
don't
chart
either. But Absolute Country Radio always post about it. That I don't know if they do one from their radio or if it is like the official one, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Always so random. Jordan Davis, I ain't saying, like last month or like month before was #1.
Wasn't that like?
Hi, was that
Wasn't
#1?
that like top 5 most played tunes last year or something?
I don't know.
And it's still knocking about out there. I swear I saw something like that.
But like, it never makes sense. What's the criteria for this?
Don't know. Streams, downloads. Do people still buy music?
I don't know.
Oh, do you know what? Yeah.
Has anyone pre-ordered Morgan Wallen's album? Like, do people pre-order it and get it delivered? Because that Lainey Wilson one for that tiny gig came up and it's still sat in the plastic cellophane. Like, I don't listen to CDs.
No. I don't even know if have I even got a CD player in it?
Nah, you haven't. Unless there's one in the glove box at mine.
I think I do.
But what's the old criteria for the UK top 40 country?
I don't know.
The top 10 songs of 2025 so far is Beyonce's #1.
Yeah, that's...
Then Zach Bryan, I Remember Everything,
Yeah.
is #2. What I was quite shocked about.
That's...
I feel like that hit
about.
mainstream as well a little bit. Like, Zach Bryan has hit mainstream a little.
Yeah.
Like, people know about Zach Bryan.
You could put KMFM on and it wouldn't be that shocking.
KMFM always plays Morgan Wallen. I had some help.
Do they?
Yeah, every day.
Do you know what I was looking at the other day at work?
What?
I actually went onto iTunes and I nearly bought Baker Blankenship's EP.
Yeah, why didn't you?
$5.
You don't even use Apple Music.
That's what I mean. I was just like, well, I was like, why was I going to do that?
Do people, can you let me know if you do that? Like, do you still buy it or do you just stream it on Spotify or like Amazon Music? Do people still go on iTunes and buy it?
I don't know, some people must. They would have stopped it by now. Or download it illegally on Tubity. Do you remember that?
Yeah, of
on
course
BlackBerry.
I do.
Yeah,
Who
Tubity.
didn't do that?
Ed Sheeran and Example, Nando's Skank banger.
Talking about Ed Sheeran, he is loving the country music.
Ed Sheeran is loving it. We spoke about Ed last week. What has he done this week? Who's
He
he
was
with?
singing with Shabuzi.
Oh, yeah.
Coachella.
Yeah. See, that's just this is what I'm saying about Ed Sheeran.
He's everywhere.
You would not have put that on your bingo card. Ed Sheeran and Shabuzi.
Nah, Shabuzi's got bops though.
Yeah. Shabuzi is actually underrated. It's almost like quite bad for Shabuzi that
A bar
song was so big.
Yeah, I feel like, hear me out, in the nicest way possible, I feel like a bar song has made and ruined his career.
Yeah, because now it's just, that's all people expect.
Like, that's all they know from him now, unless you went out of your way to listen.
Yeah.
And his other songs are actually really good.
Do you know what I'm loving at the moment?
What?
Good news. I need some good news.
Who sings that?
Shabuzi.
Oh, was that his song?
Yeah. Do you know what else was a sick collab?
What?
Red Clay Strays and Zach Top. That's
You
my
love
boys.
The Red Clay Strays.
Yeah, I do.
So do I, to be fair.
That would be unreal to see. See, this is what I'm saying though. I feel like that needed to be in the UK. And I reckon it goes, the place erupts.
We never get anything good in the UK though. Like, and no, we don't get anything good in the UK.
We don't even get good weather.
The best thing we've had in the last few years in country music is Morgan Wallen and Hyde Park.
Yeah.
No, that has been, I would say that has been the pinnacle. We ain't got nothing as good this, no, like Zach Bryan, unreal. But like people were upset about the rest of the lineup.
Yeah.
Like when you think about Morgan Wallen as a whole, there was no, for British Summertime, no one was upset about anything.
No.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Without some people with Zach Bryan, they've been upset about the lineup. I think people with Zach Bryan, British Summertime, if Morgan Wallen hadn't have happened last year, everyone wouldn't have wanted such like a cowboy country party.
Yeah.
But now people have done that. Now they've bought Zach Bryan tickets. They expected the country music scene again.
Yeah.
Like how it was last year. But it was never going to be like that with Zach Bryan.
No. He said...
He's literally said he don't want to be a country singer.
With your man.
Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah. There's an interview with him. He's a lyricist. He's a poet.
You love him.
I love him.
Right. We have created our own festival lineup.
Miniature festival lineup.
Like our dream lineup.
Dream.
Talked a lot about American festivals the last few weeks.
You're not looking at mine, are you?
No, I didn't even look.
So promise.
Promise. I was just looking. I'm just looking
Steal
there.
my ideas.
I've already done mine.
I've done mine.
We have been talking a lot about American festivals, all that jazz. So what is your dream British UK, not British people, but like, it can be anyone you want, dream lineup?
My dream lineup.
We've done one main stage and one like smaller stage.
Yep, and I'm ready.
Do you want to do one at a time, or do you want to just tell me yours and I'll tell you mine? Just start with your smaller stage.
Right, my smaller
Who's on
stage.
first?
Right, so this is as the evening's sort of starting to wind down.
I'm thinking like Finsbury Park vibes.
Finsbury Park, outside,
Yeah.
sun is shining. Give me first name Baker Blankenship.
That's my one as well.
No way.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to change it.
No, mine's Baker Blankenship
Alright,
as well.
yeah.
Do you want me to tell you
Respect.
my second name?
I reckon we're gonna have exact same.
I don't reckon we will. The second name.
Go on.
Avery Anna.
Yeah, I rate it.
Who are you going for?
Waylon Wyatt.
Wheel and White. Yeah, I rate that.
Yeah, he's my second.
Yeah, I
know,
feel like
on the minute, like the
Smallest.
slightly up and coming stage.
I have to say, if you haven't listened before, we do listen to quite depressing country music.
Yeah.
But my next one is Sam Barber.
So is mine. We're gonna have to do different dates.
Yeah, we are.
Or we'll just work together and we'll have the same.
I don't know what we do.
Yeah, Sam Barber. Yeah, but that's why you've got an Avriana, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
because then she can come out and sing Indigo and Restless Minds.
So you're playing the tactical smart game here. I've just gone because that's probably my three most listened to at the moment.
First person on your main stage.
The first person on my main stage is, you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Bailey Zimmerman.
So's mine.
For goodness sake.
And I wasn't even, I done mine before you'd even started.
Oh, I've missed off. Oh no. Oh, I can't
Who's
change
next?
it now.
Who's next?
No, you tell me yours next.
Luke Combs.
Yeah, fair. I went Tyler Childers.
Yeah, fair. I don't really listen to him that much.
Nah, he's so good.
No, I like him. I just don't listen to him that much. Who's your next one?
What, my main
Yeah.
guy? Zach Bryan.
Fair, mine was Durs Bentley.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes.
Hot Nights Country as well, that'd be sick.
Yeah, he goes.
Brings the end of the vibes, everyone's gathered, just boogieing along.
Comes out as a
two-stepping it.
pilot.
Yeah.
5150, somebody called a po-po.
We love Durs Bentley after Country to Country.
Yeah.
Shock, us talking about Country to Country again.
I'm getting drunk on a plane. Buying drinks for everybody.
But the pilot, it's the party.
Yeah, fair. Respect that.
What?
There's so many in there.
Yeah, no, I could do like a
I
5-day
didn't think
festival.
Zach Top.
Oh yeah, Zach Top. Megan Maroney, Ella Langley. I've got an all boys lineup other than Rihanna. You've got an all boys lineup. Do you know what I mean?
It's alright. I wanted to get like an Alan Jackson in.
Yeah,
that would be sick.
That would be sick. I thought I'm gonna stick to doing like new country.
Yeah.
Who could likely come over and do it? Are watching? Let us know your dream lineup below. We love doing stuff like that, don't we? Though.
Yeah.
We do it all the time.
Yeah, and we'll sit there arguing about whose is better.
Yeah, or who's more likely to be the headliner. People are very annoyed at me though for saying in a TikTok video, like on my personal account, that I think Zach Top could headline Country to Country next year. People are very annoyed, telling me he doesn't have enough catalogue to do it. That's what they keep saying.
He does. He's got bare tunes.
But someone tried to tell me they don't think Ella Langley's got a big enough catalogue to do like a small stage, to do like a small venue, like her own gig. I think she does.
She was at British Summertime, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She had loads of tunes. She's got loads of bangers.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think like she could do like a small venue, like Megan Maroney, like the O2 Forum Kentish Town.
No, she'd do bigger than that.
No, but I think like people are trying to tell me they don't even think she could headline her own show. She doesn't have enough songs to do it.
Yeah, but that's just cap.
And they said
We've literally got the whole of her album in our playlist.
And people said it about Zach Top. They don't think he could be the headliner for Country to Country.
He could.
I think he could.
And let us know whose festival you're going to.
Yeah, let us know what one you're going to.
What's yours called? On the spot. 3, 2, 1.
I ain't got one. Mine is called Boots in London.
That's dead. Mine's
Finsbury
called
Boots.
No, because then
Boots in the Park.
Yeah, alright.
Boots in the Park. Boots Scooting Parking.
Yeah, and then you can get sponsored by Boots.
Yeah.
So everyone's got Rennies.
Yeah.
Heartburn is no
Heartburn is real.
Yeah. Well,
insert clip of me at Country to Country.
Yeah. Whose is the best?
Mine. That's us for week 3. Let us know what you want to talk about next week. Not much is happening in country music.
Everyone's brewing, isn't they? Getting ready for the summer.
Getting ready for summer. Nearly releasing new songs. Is anyone coming to London soon either? I don't really think so.
Well, you take care of yourself.
See you next week.
See you later.
Wish I weren't seeing you for another week.
How are you getting home?
I'm walking.
Yeah, see you later then.
But seriously, that is us for week 3 of chatting in the country. Let us know whose festival you enjoyed the most, and we will see you next week. Bye. Bye.